Is it recording?
Yes, baby.
Oh, okay, put that in. Get started.
Okay. Hi. Did you just poop in my chair? And I got it on camera.
You gotta start it off.
And I got it off.
Right?
Really? You gotta start it off with a fart? That's what we do?
Okay, let's go.
Oh, just gross. Hi fam, welcome to the very first Spouse Conversations. I'm TaRae.
I'm Fred.
And in today's episode, we are going to talk about how we met.
Yeah, that's what we'll talk about.
Yes, now let's see how this matches up and if it's actually the truth.
We ain't got nothing to match it up to.
No,
Other than what we're saying.
my version versus your version. Because
Okay,
you
well, you go
always like
first.
to add stuff.
You go first.
Okay, so back in 2000, so this is 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Back in 2000, I returned home from being away at school in Jefferson City, Missouri. And I came back home and I started attending the church my mother was attending. The church is no longer around, but we started attending that church, or I started attending that church. And Fred was there running sound for the church.
Yep.
And so it took him about a year before he said anything to me. It was a year. It was a year.
Why are you making it seem like...
What? Why am I making it seem like
Why are
what?
you making it seem like I was like debating
Y'all,
for like a year? Like
He was. He noticed me first. You
this
noticed.
month I'll walk past her. Next month
He noticed me first. You didn't notice me first?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did. So he waited an entire year before he did anything. Now, Elise was a baby, and he would never talk to me. He would never have a conversation. Why? Why was that? Why would you never have a conversation?
Because I didn't notice you.
You didn't notice me?
Yeah, I didn't notice
Fred,
you.
you just
Like a year later.
You just told the people that you noticed me.
I mean, I did.
Yeah.
But
Wait a minute, you
what I
guys.
have to talk about.
Wait a minute. First off, he thought I was 16. He thought I was 16.
First of all,
I
you
was
already
20.
exaggerating.
No.
How you gonna be a reverend and exaggerate?
I am not exaggerating. You told me that you thought I was like 16 when you first saw me.
But anyway.
Is that not true?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
thank
I
you.
didn't say like 16.
You did say 16.
I said like 17,
No,
18 -ish.
he said 16, y'all. He thought I was 16.
Well, you was close.
I was 20. 20.
Just a couple months into 20.
Yeah, a few months into 20. Oh my goodness. We didn't start dating until I was 21. But
But now you're making it seem like I'm like I was like 39 at the time.
first off,
You made it
he
seem like
he was a little older though. But listen.
you made it seem like I was like 39
No, I'm not.
40 and like
No,
you got
I'm
to wait
not.
till you're 21.
No, I'm not. First off, you noticed me first, but then he started coming around and playing with Elise. He never had a conversation with me.
The baby.
But why would you not have a conversation? I still don't understand why he would not have a conversation.
Go after the kids, you get the parent.
Is that what it is? You guys, is that what you do? Yeah, no. Anyway, so now you fill in. Now you go from there.
Okay, so let's fix some incorrections here.
What? What's in? See, what did I say at the beginning?
You made it seem like I was like planning an entire year to like talk to you. No, I wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I was not. I was not.
Okay.
Okay,
You wasn't.
let's fix that.
Okay.
And the other thing is, no, I did not say you was like 16.
You
I said
told
you just
me.
look young.
So I look 16.
I mean,
Same
So
thing,
now-
people. Same
so
thing.
now we can get back on track now and fix this thing because I've
Okay.
already addressed it.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
then everything she said was pseudo correct. But everything. So I take from there from what 2001 on.
Yes.
Okay. So at that point, one day we was at the church, and I don't even know what it was out there.
There was some meeting.
There was some meeting for y'all. Anyway, she was there, and we left church, and then she called me.
Fernando,
You did.
I did not.
You called me about some candles and stuff for communion.
No. Hold on.
did.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Are you talking about before the meeting? Because if it's the actual meeting that happened at the church, you mean the night you asked me out or prior to?
You called me during. You called me.
Okay,
You stalked me.
I did not. Fred, don't tell those people that.
You didn't call me.
I did. Oh yes, I called you, but I did not call you as stalking. Okay, this is what happened.
I don't know why you so surprised.
No, wait, this is what happened.
I didn't do it. Why you stopped? You did it.
This is what happened. I called you because I was told to call you. So one of the other, not by the Lord. No, it was not divine, you guys. It was absolutely not that. Okay, so somebody, our dog is mad if you hear him scratching in his kennel. Anyway, somebody told me.
Go back, fix that. You was following the will of God.
No. First off, somebody. Okay, a lot of the leadership.
You can't call the Holy Spirit somebody.
A lot of the leadership.
You didn't know my phone number, so it had to be the Holy Spirit. It dropped it in.
Y'all praying for me? Okay. A lot of the leadership staff had gone to conference in California, so a lot of them were gone on this trip.
Now I don't even know where they went to, but you got that much detail about what they went to California. You ain't got the detail right whether or not you called me.
Okay, I know I called you, but I didn't call you like that. He was trying to make it seem like that I was like trying to get his attention.
Watching
not
TV,
so.
minding my own
Not
business.
so. I was a good girl. I was not trying to get his attention like that. Now, I know what you're thinking, so stop it. Yes, I do. So someone from the church, there was some meeting that was going on, and I said, I don't know where this stuff is. They said, call Fred. They gave me his number, and I called Fred to ask for that stuff. Now, he took that opportunity. Oh, well, she didn't call my phone, so she must be okay. So then we get up there to the meeting. That's not what you thought? Yes, it is. So we get up to the church for the meeting.
First of all, you called me to ask me about the stuff.
Yes.
And you was on the phone for like an hour.
I was not. Fred. Oh, y'all. If Jesus.
I was trying to get off the phone.
No. Fred,
I was trying to get off the phone.
I need him to tell the truth.
I got stuck on the phone.
You guys, I need him to tell the truth because this is not the truth. This right here is not the truth. First off, we were not on the phone for an hour. We were on the phone maybe all the 10 minutes trying to figure out this stuff.
6.
No. Then the day the meeting happened at the church, the staff is still gone, so it's just a few select people that have to be at this meeting or whatever. So we're at the church, we're at the meeting, and mind you, it's me and Elise, and we're walking out. He was like, oh, I'll walk you guys to the car.
I was just being a gentleman.
Yes, you were. So he walked us to the car, and he put Elise in her car seat, and then he said, have you had dinner yet? And I said,
because I was looking a little famished. But your mom was gone to the conference with the rest of the church leaders.
That's why you asked me out?
Yeah.
Because
we was there because they was talking about communion, and I got hungry. I figured y'all was hungry, and then I was like, might as well just make sure they.
He finally got an opportunity to go somewhere with me. That's what it was.
And then I went for the kids.
So he invited us out. He took us out. We went to Applebee's, and we have been together almost every day since then.
Yep. Well, we can't say like every day.
What?
Like
No.
there've been times where like, you know, you might have been traveling.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like we've been together ever since that day, and that happened in July of 2001.
I don't even remember the date.
Why don't you remember the date?
Because when I went in for the kill, when I crossed over into the promised land, I didn't even remember that.
Oh, you don't remember?
Else from that? That was your job to remember.
Yes. Well, yes, we had our first date in July, and I think it was like around the 27th.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere in there. But anyway, yeah, that's how we met.
Yep.
We met, yes.
And then 18 years later, well, 17 years later, 15 years of marriage, 4 kids.
Yep.
Later, and a dog, as you can hear him.
And a dog.
And we're still here making this video. So, I mean, you know, we didn't meet like, it ain't no, something you could write a story about, we met in the club and, I bought a couple drinks.
No.
Bought a couple iced teas at Applebee's.
Right.
But that was about it. But like I said, we've been definitely together ever since then. It's been great. I remember when we used to date and she said, how many kids do you want? And I was like, well, she already had a lead. So I was like, one more? Well, it didn't work out that way.
No,
so
that's not what he
three
said.
More.
That's not what he said. He said he wanted a bed full.
No.
Yes.
A bed full is 2.
Hey.
A twin bed full?
He will not own up to anything today.
I was thinking twin bed. I had small thinking back then. I was thinking twin bed full. Now that we're California King and we got 4, it's the same vision.
Y'all tune back in later. Tune back in to wife conversations later, and I will tell you what the real deal is.
But anyway.
Yes.
The Lord had different plans.
He did.
And we ended up with 4.
Yes. Yeah.
And they all are equivalent to 2, so it's like having 8.
Yeah, they're a handful. But God has blessed us with really good children.
Yes.
Blessed us with really good children. And, he stepped in and he was Elisa's dad from day one. And that was a blessing in and of itself on so many different levels. And we're still kicking. It has not always been a bed of roses.
Nope.
We've had a lot of highs. We've had our definite low moments, but to God be the glory. So we just want to come on and just share a little bit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who are around our same age. We both came from homes that were, our parents were divorcees. So I guess you can say, I think a lot of times in life because it's important what you see in front of you.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have to live that out. As a decision, as a choice that you have to make. So, it's like when people say, well, if you're saying that, my parents were divorcees, but there's a point in life where you say, hey, I'm not going to have that.
You want something different.
Everybody's situation is different. Some people, they don't want to be married. Some people, they want to be married. But I will say this, when I see a lot of people is like saying, they're just really impatient and want to be married. And I look at some people in their 20s and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, when I was your age, I was not thinking about getting married. Marriage, actually, to be honest with you, and I don't know if you can agree with it just happened. Yeah. It didn't we wasn't hunting and searching and desiring it. But, I've seen a lot of people over the years just be like, man, I gotta get married. And that really wasn't the way the background that I was raised in, I'm being honest with you. I've known people to have kids until their kids are like 17, 18 years old before they get married. And I'm like, man, your kid's life is longer than you can celebrate your union. But that was just kind of how I grew up. I saw people that was married. I saw people that lived together and had kids and, call themselves quote unquote common law married. But you just have to have what God wants for you. You just can't go out and create something, because if you just try to go marry any old body and try to make it work, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough regardless. I don't know of a person that I've known that's been married for 60 years or 50 years or 40 years and say they never gotten a disagreement or a spat or you're gonna have that. I mean, two people. I mean, we have 4 kids.
Yeah.
All 4 kids are not going to get along. All 4 kids are not going to want to eat the exact same thing. Same thing with being married. A husband and a wife, there's going to be times where you're going to disagree with something. You're going to have a difference of opinion. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that this isn't like some sort of business deal. It's it's something that's defined by God that you're going to have to work through it. I mean, I understand nowadays when people will they'll give up on marriage easier than they'll give up on a crappy job they hate. They'll be just like,
That's true.
they'll be like, oh, we're just gonna get a divorce. But that old crappy job, but you're like, oh man, I really hate coming to this darn job every day. But they'll keep coming to it.
And the thing for us, I think, is because divorce, we never had divorce as an option.
Nope.
And when you want to do something, if you want to stay, if you want it to work, then you'll stay and it'll work. It will work. It's a decision, but it has to be, he has to decide that, I have to decide that, and then we have to decide together. And then we have to understand that, I get on his nerves, he'll get on my nerves. There'll be days where I'm not so pleasant and he's not so pleasant. But that's just people. That's just, different personalities, 2 different ways of thinking, 2 different forms of communicating, and just trying to make that work and making sure that we always keep the same goal at hand. And that goal is the vows that we made till death do us part. And I believe that, even in the moments, in the hard moments that we've had together, I believe we always came back to that first, that we made a covenant with God first. And this is what I told God I was going to do. And sometimes, that's hard. You have to really take flesh out of it for a minute, take yourself out of the equation, and just say, God, with this marriage, I want to honor you. And do it his way, and it's constant forgiveness on both sides, So if I'm not willing to forgive him and he's not willing to forgive me, then how can we expect God to continue to forgive us and extend grace to us that way? So the same grace that God extends to me, I extend to my husband, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So 15 years married and counting.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it, guys. So hope you enjoyed today's Spouse Conversations. If you want to see more, like and share this video. Leave us a comment down below, and